breakfast, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out 1 for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we...
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL leads us to a snow-covered Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This one taken from the 7th. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right. That is right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Double time. We got 4.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Here we go. 52 for Mike. Coming to you. Hey, alert.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll find Lindsey here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
319. 31 to Mike.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one taken from the 7th. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here we go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the ground, McCaffrey trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Right. We got right.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking deep for Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, 30 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that it work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go, Tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he connects with Ebron. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And an alley to run. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
13, Browns 7.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
18. Check, 59. Your track. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 59. Mike, 59.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Hey, exit. 31.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd and 6. At the 29.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
This is McCaffrey. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 19-yard line. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Philip Lindsay with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch right. You got right. Let's get it straight.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they're going a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
31's the mic.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's third down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Going up top for Kupp. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
13.
Garoppolo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
65. X3, 218, chopper.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Here we go.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
And it brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Garoppolo now. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Dashing through the snow and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Philip Lindsay, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is now 24. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 180.
It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here we go. 180.
52's the mic.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Completes it to Watt. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Tim Williams, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
21. Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Check. Protein spill.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
49-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Rodgers. Screen pass to Lindsey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there on a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Another run by Lindsey. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
A 23-yard attempt.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Wait.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Go ahead.
65.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now it's Lindsey, and not much running room. Down to the 32. Trey Boston up to make the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Win 18.
Watch the twist.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them. But all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
30 minutes. Lose the game.
They'll run with Lindsey. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Garoppolo. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Alert!
Watch 81, watch 81. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but